Starbase may become officially Starbase pretty soon. In fact, my first trip to Starbase was in 2021, and I had the pleasure of eating at the Flaps restaurant at Starbase, which was a very unique treat. But it's clear that SpaceX has grown Starbase tremendously in the past few years, and now they want to expand even more. Now remember, we all call Starbase Starbase and have been for a long time. But recently, the Cameron County Spaceport Development Corporation passed a resolution requesting a U.S. Postal Service mailing name designation for Starbase, which would make it function like a municipality. Cameron County and the city of Brownsville have also supported this move to officially make it Starbase. Back in December, the Brownsville City Commissioners discussed an agreement with Cameron County support for this U.S. Postal Service name designation of Starbase. And Starbase, if you're unfamiliar, is located 20 miles east of Brownsville. But many of you have traveled from all around the world down to see Starbase in person. It blows my mind, really. I've met people from China, I've met people from Germany, I've met people from the UK, seriously, all around the world. So we know what Starbase is, but this just makes it more official. So why is this important? Well, creating an official Starbase could provide community identification. The resolution states that it would help the USPS more easily and efficiently deliver mail, for one thing. The resolution goes on to say that adding the mailing name of Starbase, Texas to the area will reinforce the community's unique position in history of rocket flight. And it would be consistent with the goals of the U.S. National Space Policy, which include facilitating and encouraging the continued growth of a domestic commercial space sector. Which, let's be honest, despite the fact that Starship rockets are being built in South Texas, this is something that affects the entire world. So yes, Starbase should be recognized for this amazing impact that it's already had and will continue to have as it progresses. Now, even though ground was broken for Starbase almost a decade ago,
construction now underway on what could be the future of space travel. SpaceX today broke ground on a new launch facility in South Texas. It's a project millions of dollars in the making.
This news clip is from September 22nd, 2014, the day SpaceX broke ground in Boca Chica on a project that not only changed the area forever, but one that, if successful, will propel humanity further than ever before.
The interest in naming Starbase as a city was back in 2021. So what was Starbase called before Starbase? Well, it's part of Boca Chica Village. At the end of the highway is a public beach, Boca Chica Beach, and that's why there's so much public access, because there is a beach at the end of the road. So it really benefits us who enjoy seeing the rockets being built literally from the side of the road. Back in 2021, Elon tweeted calls for engineers, technicians, and builders to consider moving to South Texas. And we've already seen this play out with something, for example, like the Gigafactory. In fact, if you pull off to see the Gigafactory from the side of the road, which is not hard to miss, you might notice that you're pulling off on Tesla Road, but that wasn't always the case, of course. The road leading up to Tesla Gigafactory was changed in 2022 from the Harold Green Road to Tesla Road. And of course, we know of the Space Coast in Florida, so it just makes sense that Starbase would become official. In fact, the Brownsville mayor has chimed in, saying that SpaceX is used very similarly to the Space Coast. In a letter to the U.S. Board on Geographic Names, he noted that the area currently includes more than 100 residential housing units, a school, and a restaurant. And it doesn't stop there. They are planning on expanding and expanding big time. Not only do they plan to add a hotel and hundreds of additional units of residential housing, SpaceX also plans to start construction on a $15 million restaurant and shopping center. SpaceX is also seeking approval from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department to obtain 43 acres of land at Boca Chica State Park. So this will greatly increase their footprint of Starbase, and this is in exchange for land near a national wildlife refuge. In fact, not too long ago, Elon publicly commented about Starbase and saying, yes, you're more than welcome to come and check it out. It's something that he's proud of.
I recommend people visit Starbase. As it turns out, it's on a state highway. So I think it's one of the rare situations where, and I actually don't mind, I think it's kind of cool that the public can actually drive within a literal stone's throw away from the factory and the launch site and actually see the rocket firsthand. And in fact, if you go on the internet right now, including on the X platform, there are people who are live streaming it 24/7, the entire construction, launch pad, everything. So it's people say like, well, can I go see it? It's so easy to go see. You can just literally fly to Brownsville and drive to the beach, and you can see it literally a stone's throw away, the factory and the launch site. So anyone who wants to do that, I recommend it. It's very, very easy. No permission required.
And I highly recommend you making the trip if you haven't already. We know that Starbase has changed so much in the past few years and will inevitably continue to change, and that might mean less access. However, I consider myself very fortunate that I was probably one of the only people that doesn't work for SpaceX that got to eat at that restaurant. Still remember it to this day. So yeah, they have some fun menu items in here, like tots with maximum payload. Of course, the menu changes all the time, but this is kind of a look at it. And I'm just excited to see the continued growth of Starbase. I'm planning on making another trip down there soon, hopefully for the IFT-3, the third Starship flight, which should be happening sometime next month. Also, my zero-G flight is happening next month. That will be on February 23rd out of Orlando. So I hope that the two dates don't conflict, but that's why I moved to Texas, so I can be at pretty much every Starship launch.
Can I just hear your reaction to this?
Yeah, I'm just really proud of the SpaceX team. We launched a, what I think is about 440-foot story rocket,
Yeah.
which is just mind-boggling, 30 feet wide. To watch it go up, obviously we'll get all the test data, we'll get everything we need to make the next one more successful. But yeah, just an amazing success, and just can't be more excited for Earth.
Right. A little bit of a tilt, but oh my gosh.
But it is definitely going.
Oh, it looks spectacular.
So far, the exhaust plume looks much better than the first IFT.
Oh.
Oh, we have the sound now. From my vantage point, the exhaust looks much better.
When one happens. I also plan to test my Starlink unit down at Starbase next time I'm there, so I definitely have that. And doing some more investigation into this expansion, the idea of having a shopping center, a restaurant down there, hopefully one that we can enjoy. We will see how it expands and grows, but every time I go down there, it's just insane. Even every day, it seems like something's changing. So it really has grown tremendously since my first visit. And it's just so great to be a part of it and see the journey. And I know that you guys really appreciate it too. So thank you for being on this journey with me on Ellie in Space. I'll see you in the next video.